Hi, and welcome to Success Forum. Today, I want to share with you 4 basic principles of success. Principles that will make you successful, or principles that will get you started on the journey of success. These are the principles we're talking about. 4 principles, and we are done. So let's start. Principle number 1, think abundance. You are what you think. Whatever you're going to get in life will be based on the level of your thinking and the things you entertain in your mind, the thoughts you entertain in your mind. So stop thinking scarcity and begin to think abundance. Begin to think abundance. When you are thinking abundance, it changes the way you do things. It changes the contracts you can accept and the contracts you cannot accept. If you are a man of abundance, then you will go for projects that are bigger, projects that are more resourceful, and you will not waste time on small time things. Change the way you think. You need to change your life from the inside of you first before you transform what you do. Everybody does what they do because that's what they think. So if a person is doing small things, irrelevant things, it means that their level of thinking is small. The level of thinking is at that level can be compared with how much they do and what they do. The contracts you accept, the resources you generate, it's all based on the way you think. So when you change your thinking, you will change everything else. You will change what you do, you will change the businesses you do, you will change what you value and everything like that. So the first step to getting out of poverty, the first step to changing your life is to change the way you think. The question is, how can you transform your thinking? You can transform your thinking by educating yourself. Start reading books that can transform the way you think. Start reading materials. Don't just read anything. Start reading something that will improve your thinking pattern, that will improve your life internally, and then your outside works shall also improve. Start listening to people that can challenge your thoughts. Do not just remain in your own cocoon and think what you know is the best. Begin to explore knowledge. The more knowledge you acquire, the more your thinking is transformed. The quality of your thoughts depends on the quality of information you are feeding on, and the quality of your life will highly depend on the quality of your thoughts. So change your thoughts, change the information you accept in your mind, and that will change everything else. Number 2 principle that will change your life is the principle of sight. See opportunities where people are seeing problems. Actually, every business that has ever been developed has been developed because there was a problem. Business is just trying to solve a particular problem in the society, and you are making or generating money by solving those problems. So where people are seeing problems, see opportunities. Actually, in places where there are too many problems, there are so many opportunities. I just want to give you an example of a certain teacher who was sent to teach in a rural area. So as he was teaching there, he discovered that students there were very, very down, and the failure rate was so high. They did their first exams. He just realized that only about 4 or 5% of the students passed. And he started complaining why people were so down in that community. He complained, and he was seeking for a transfer to be moved from that place to another place because he couldn't just cope up with the downness of the students he found. Another teacher was sent to the same place. The same scenario, students were failing a lot. Only about 4% of the students passed the exam. Then this teacher thought, how can I help my students to pass these exams? So he wrote a book to explain how students can find it easy to pass their exam. He started conducting extra lessons, and he started making money out of those extra lessons. He called students for extra lessons, and students were paying something. He produced a book, and students were buying that book because the students wanted to overcome their failure rates. And also parents were interested in having their students or their children pass the exam. So this teacher started making extra monies from sale of the books, from doing extra tuitions. Now, in our days of technology, you can actually record those teachings and those principles that can help your students. Now, my point in that is this. Two teachers are looking at the same situation, their students, and one sees a problem, the other one sees an opportunity. You see, this world is full of challenges. Those challenges are simply opportunities that you can use to generate your income. So stop seeing problems and begin to see opportunities everywhere. Do you have a challenge in your life? See an opportunity in that challenge in your life and see how you can use that to your advantage and make resources. But you have to see opportunities, of course, in the right way. I'm not saying you go and start doing something that is illegal because you want to make some money out of it. See opportunities. There are so many opportunities in this world that you can adopt and then begin to flow and make money out of that. Principle number 3, mind your associations. You see, the problem of the poor people is that poor people don't mind whom they associate with. And the rich people are so mindful about the people they bring in their inner circle. Why? Because the Bible says bad company corrupts good morals. If you walk with the wise, you'll become wise. So the wise people, the rich people, are very selective on the friends they create and whom they can associate with. It's only the poor people that associate with everybody. They talk to everybody. I'm not saying you start hating your friends and your neighbors, but if the person is adding zero value to your life, why should you keep them as a close friend? Drop them from that list of your friends and begin to make new friends. You can never be challenged in your life if you keep on surrounding yourself with fellow failures. Because if you are a failure in the midst of other failures, you may think you are a champion. But if they take you out of the midst of those failures and they put you in the group of people that are succeeding, that's when you realize you are very far behind. And that challenge will push you to begin to do something about it. So change your association. Change the people you are associating closely with and begin to associate with people that are doing something in their lives, that are progressing, and there you can challenge each other. Principle number 4, the last one. Allow your money to work for you. Savings has never been a way to success. Savings actually is a sheer waste of resources. You can only save money if you are raising that money to start a business or invest. Allow your money to work for you. So the money you receive, quickly invest it in some kind of business or some kind of investment that can bring a return in your life. So you may begin by working for money, but don't end your life working for money. When you work for that money, employ the money you have worked for and let that money begin to work for you. Even as much as you work for other monies, employ that money. The more money you employ to work for you, the more wealthy you become. At some point, of course, you may have enough money that is working for you, and then you can focus on relevant things in your life. So those are the 4 basic principles that can help you change your life and transform your life for good. Think abundance, see opportunities, mind your associations, and allow money to work for you. I hope this was very helpful to you. Thank you so much for your time.